Cheers.
Yes. I love the decorations in here are so legit.
Very Instagrammable.
It is, right? Like that one, some things are just worth it. And that hashtag unicorn, I like that one.
Oh, I love unicorns.
I do that handwriting.
Do you really?
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Wow.
You never expect like some crazy big tattooed guy to be like, I love bubble letters.
Hi guys.
I do.
No bad vibes is what I like. Hi guys, my name is Natalie De Souza Ferreira and I'm the social media senior specialist here at Infusionsoft, and I'm sitting with an amazing friend, Isaac Irvine.
Yeah, let's set the bar low. Let's set it way low before we start here. Subpar friend Isaac.
Subpar. So he's going to tell us all about viral videos, because guess what? How many views did your video get?
Last count about 80, like just a little over 80. It could be up to like 100. I've heard 80 to 100, but once people start sharing it, they may share it to their page, and it's closed or private, so at least 80.
He got 80 to 100 million views on his video.
Yep.
With his son Bodi.
Yep.
So the reason why we're here is because we want to give you tips and tricks on how to make videos for your small business and how to make them go viral, or at least get, you know, a lot of views.
Capture the elements that most viral videos have. You know, like if you think about the viral videos you love, they're all going to have one to three elements that are all very common, and it's just identifying those and then setting up your own videos and planning them out to incorporate those things.
Exactly, and we just want to give you the main elements to be able to whip out your phone and capture all your viewers and new customers. So, hi Laura, hi Crystal, they've joined us today. Hello Aris. So where are you watching us from? We want to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your name and where are you watching us from? Please comment down below as we tell the story. And also, don't be afraid to ask any questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's dig into your story. Please tell us about your video and how it got to 80 to 100 million views.
Was?
Yes.
It was just a random Tuesday night.
Okay.
You know, my kids, I have twins that are 9, Aiden and Bodi. Bodi was the one you've seen in the video. And I have Bodi upstairs with me doing homework. Aiden's downstairs. They all come up and they're hanging out. And I remember telling my wife, I'm going to speak at a conference. I need to get my hair cut. And that was about it. And Bodi's like, I want to get mine cut too. And it kind of just like, it was like the record scratch, like in a funny movie where you're like, Hurt! And we all just kind of look at him like, well, what are you talking about?
Your haircut?
He'd been growing his hair out because he wants to donate it to make wigs for kids.
Hi, Dennis.
Hey, Dennis.
Dennis, he is watching.
Hey, what's up, man? Okay. And so he wanted to donate his hair, and it was about an inch before he could actually cut it. And so, you know, I'm like, well, what's going on? And he didn't want to talk about it in front of the rest of his brother and his sister's mom. So I like, let's walk over here. So we walked to the first place I could think of, which is the bathroom. We sit on the edge of the tub, probably like you've had a conversation with someone in your family sitting on the edge of a tub. And, you know, he sits down and I'm like, tell me what happened. And he's like, I don't really want to talk about it. And as his dad, I know that he loves YouTube. I know that he loves YouTubers. So I literally grabbed my phone out of my back pocket, this exact phone.
Oh, so you just whipped out your phone?
Literally just pulled it out. I'm like, what if we do it on video? And he's like, okay, because it's relatable to him. He wants to be cool like that, his favorite YouTuber. So he was like, I'll talk about it. And so that was me just picking up like parental cues for him. I start recording, and if you watch the original video on my Facebook page, not the ones that have been like edited down to a minute, it's about 3 minutes. But I started out, I'm like, hey buddy, say hi to my friends. And he's like, hi. And then I'm like, I don't even know what to say. So I'm like, say hi to my friends on Facebook, because I'm trying to buy myself time to how I'm going to open this conversation up, because at this point, I don't know what's happened. All I know is he wants to cut his hair and he doesn't want to talk about it. So alarms are going off in my head. How can I get him to talk about it? So I start recording, and I just start literally listening and trying to give him advice. And I'm terrified because I don't know what to do. I've never had this situation. I'm not a bully expert. I'm his dad. I'm an expert in Bodi, not in this situation. And you got to hold that nugget, because as a small business owner, if you're watching this, hold on to that piece, because we're going to talk about that in a minute. I knew my son and I knew how to reach him. So we start recording. He tells me at the very end, like, yeah, I'm not going to cut my hair. It's good to be unique. And I had a moment. I start to cry, so I turn off the video and tell him, hey, go take a shower and get ready for bed. So he leaves. I show his mom the video, so she knows what's going on, and we're kind of calmed down and you know, not as terrified as we were before about like what has happened at school. And so he gets out of the shower and he comes in. He goes, Dad, can I read the comments on that video? And that's when, again, record skip. I record videos of him all the time, and I never put them on Facebook. He doesn't have social media, neither does his brother. So if I want him to do something, I'm like, hey, jump your bike off this curb. He's like, no, I'm not interested. I'm like, I'll put it on Facebook. All of a sudden, he's Crew Jones from Rad. You know, he's out there doing like cans and cross-up jumps. And so I do this all the time. I lie to him and tell him like, hey, I'm going to put this on video or on Facebook, and I don't. This one, he comes out and says, can I read the comments? And so at this point, the gig's up. I have to post it. I kind of look at his mom, and she's like, it's not the normal stuff I would post on Facebook. So, you know, I already have, like many like small businesses, I have a public figure page. This one I posted on my Facebook profile because I didn't think it was good. It wasn't intended to be a viral video. It was just your son speaking. He wanted someone to see his video, and he wanted to read comments. So literally the comment that I posted was, Bodi got picked on at school about his hair. He's reading the comments, and I knew that would trigger my friends to say like, your hair looks great. So you know, about 20 minutes later, he reads five comments. I see his self-esteem come back, and off to bed he goes. I lock the phone and go to bed. Right, and that's just like you do in your life. You post something, you don't think about it after the fact. Maybe you go back and look at comments, but it's not a big deal. The next morning, I wake up to 14,000 views on this video. 14,000 views. By the way, hi Pam and hi Vanessa. Thanks for joining us today. If you like hearing about viral videos, please share this video with your friends. So let's recap a little bit. So he had a story to tell. His son Bodi had a story to tell, and you didn't know how to approach it, but he knew how to approach his son Bodi. So this is very important because you have to know how to approach your target audience and your customers. So this is a tidbit important for you. And then he recorded that video, published it on Facebook, just very authentic, just to publish, right? Just to get the message across. Yeah, if I would have put any thought into it, I would have, like, I just come home from the gym, so I'm wearing like this bright fluorescent GoDaddy tank top. My hair is messy. I'm in my bathroom, of all places. I mean, that's cringeworthy to begin with. Like, you don't want the world to see your bathroom unless you live in a model home. But I'm a dad, and I've got 3 kids, so my house does not look like a model home. My house looks like it does in that video. And so then you posted, and then overnight has 14,000 views. Now, this is very important, folks, because we want to talk about the power of authenticity, personality, and uniqueness. If you do something with a purpose, and the purpose here was to just kind of talk to your son, you will get people's attentions just kind of organically. Absolutely. We're going to talk about organic and relevancy and engagement, all of this in a little bit, but that's just what happened, right? Exactly. Yeah. I mean, people, if you put content out that people can relate to, and that they like, or they treat your story as part of their story, then you have their attention, and they're gonna share it. So what happened was, I think people saw me as like clearly in a vulnerable moment, because I start crying, and it's with my son, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what he's saying until he says it, and I don't know how. I don't have anything planned to reply. I just wanted to find out what happened. But I think we all watch this video, and as, you know, if you're a parent, you can relate. If you have a sibling that's been picked on, you can relate. If you have a friend that you've tried to coach and had a bad day, you can relate. So there was a very relatable thing about this video. It was easy to put yourself and go, like, I've struggled like that. They owned part of that. And so sharing it was just natural for a lot of the people that saw this video. Right. And so we want to give you from this some tips and tricks on how to make videos, how to make them, where to take them, and how to just get out there and stop being afraid to make them, because anybody can make a video if you have a phone. And we know you have a phone because you're watching us, right? Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you the biggest thing, like, I love small businesses. You know, where I work at GoDaddy, and we're all about small business exactly like you are. And so I'm very passionate about that journey. And when I talk to small business owners, a lot of times I hear like, I don't have time, I don't have the equipment, I don't have money to invest in that. This is exactly what I used. I didn't have nice camera. In fact, I didn't even have a tripod. I'm holding it like this. Oh, really? I mean, if I would have thought like, I'm gonna make a video that I want a lot of people to see, I would have put too much production value into it. I wouldn't have shot it in my bathroom. I would have changed clothes, and I probably would have had a tripod and some lights. And at that point, like, I've lost the realness of it. And so because I wasn't trying to go viral or anything like that,
right.
I had the luxury of not thinking of those things. So if you're thinking about your business, think about the stuff that you love to share. Think about the videos that you've shared in your personal life. You know, did you share the Chewbacca Mom? You know, why did you share that? Like, we watched that Chewbacca Mom video. We watched her walk out. We saw her put it on. We saw her get excited, and then when she started laughing hysterically, you couldn't help it. I mean, I remember the day that went viral, and just seeing people in cubicles and that's just kind of like snicker and like,
yeah.
You know, what are you watching? Did you see the woman with the mask? Yep, seen it. And so they were sharing it, and we all related to that because it's that childlike excitement and wonder, and we want to be a part of that. So we shared it because we laughed with her. The other things you look at, like mine, I think people shared because they could relate to that raw, authentic, you know, struggle, like that hero's journey, and like it's something that's bigger than Bodi and I. Like Bodi and I, you caught like a window into that conversation, but that conversation happens in households with parents and kids
all the time,
across the world. So I think that was very relatable. So when you're looking at your videos that you want to produce and make and promote your business, think about what you share. Think about what your customers, what they share, and start looking at that when you're producing your videos.
Yes, and so let's count down some tips. So number 1 is have a purpose for your video. Number 2 is be relatable. And number 3, and most important, is keep your target audience in mind. So talk about something that is about your brand. Talk about something that will get those customers excited to watch and want to relate to it. And anything else?
I would say like showcase what makes your business unique. Like we're in Sweet Brews here in Gilbert, Arizona, right? And I know their story because the first time I came in, I asked, tell me your story. Why did you open up a cold brew coffee place? You know, when there's big chain stores everywhere, you know, around us. And you know, she tells me the story like, oh, my husband was having difficulty with heartburn and acid reflux from drinking regular coffee from other stores. I found that nitro cold brew didn't have this effect on him. He's a firefighter. And so he has to always have that, like, he'll take coffee to work with him because he doesn't know when he's going to sleep. If he falls asleep and gets right back up, has to go to a call, drink coffee. And so it started with him, and then his buddies would start like, hey, do you have any more of that coffee? And then she was selling it out of her house. They decided to open a brick and mortar, and here we are. And so what a cool story that is. Like, I'm as personally invested, like, oh, this stems out of like helping people get better, stay awake for emergency services. And now you got this cool store where we all like to come and hang out, and the story behind it, and I'm personally invested now because of what I know, the struggle that she got to starting this business. So because of that, like if they were to make a video telling that story, I would cheerlead for them, absolutely, and I would share it.
So speaking of which, oh, hello Paola, speaking of which, where can you make a video, or when is a good time to make a video? And the answer for me is anytime. You can whip out your phone at events, you can get your phone out at your store when you have customers there and just ask them a question like, hey Isaac, do you have anything to say about your experience here? Yes, and just kind of go live or post a video on any social page, and you'll have that tidbit in that little video to share always, right?
Absolutely. Endless. I mean, if you want to talk to a customer, get a testimonial, like ask them, hey, can I tell, like, that story you shared with me yesterday when I was making your coffee was great. Can we share that with the rest of our followers? So now here I am, this coffee company that's promoting one of my followers or a customer telling their story, and I'm in the background, but my business is tied to the story. Right. It's a lot like you think of like big shoe manufacturers. You know, one of them, you know, they're very into like, just do it is their slogan, and their videos, they're not showing like, look at our new shoe. I'm showing you someone that's like, my favorite one is this kid, and he's trying to get in shape, and you see him running down an empty country road, cornrows, he's sweating, he looks miserable, and it captures that like and it just says just do it. And I'm like, absolutely, I want to be that kid. Like, this kid is doing something that I want to do. So I'm not only am I cheerleading for him, that brand got me because now they're showing me how they support the underdog. Exactly. And that makes me love that idea. So think about when you're making your videos for your business, how can I really engage my followers and make them so passionate about what I'm doing by showcasing what they do.
Exactly. So it's about your customers, it's about their experience, And it can be about you if you share the story of your business,
Absolutely.
right? By the way, Jen says she loves your story.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
And hi, Jen. And thank you to all who are tuning in to watch and learn more about viral videos and just creating videos for your business and how important it is.
Yeah.
Another tip for you is if you post this video on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, you can actually boost that if you have a business page and send it to more people and target it to a relevant audience. Mm-hmm. You can even target it to your local news if you're local, if you have a local story to share. Because Isaac got on the local news, the next day after you posted the video?
Yeah, the video got posted on Tuesday night. The next morning, literally a friend of mine I was carpooling and Heather told me like, hey, you're going viral. I'm like, there's no way. I don't think so. 2 hours later, Lindsay Reiser, a local CBS anchor, reached out and she's like, hey, I want to interview you. So I thought at this point it's just going to be local news media. It's not going to get picked up. It's not a big deal. Do this interview, and I'm thinking it's done. So that was on Wednesday. Did a couple news interviews. Wednesday, it's CNN. It's on Yahoo.
Wow.
Fox News, BuzzFeed then reached out, got Mike, Parents Magazine, The Ellen Show. And like within 48 hours, I mean, I go from my obscure life to everybody wants to know more and talk with you, and it's absolutely insane and it's great at the same time.
So one thing I do want to tell you, and I want to just remember to tell, because I almost forgot, is have a value proposition. Mm-hmm. What this means is maybe you're not talking about a customer, maybe you're not talking about yourself, but maybe I have some coffee here. Maybe you can give a tutorial, live or not live, on how to make a vanilla latte.
Absolutely.
Everybody might know how to make a vanilla latte, but that's just your little little, hey, here's how I make them, or here's how I make a cookie.
Yep.
And now you're giving not just a product, now you're not just giving them a service, you're giving them a tutorial.
Absolutely.
Something to follow you for. And that's what you want to do, right?
I've seen a really a great use of exactly what you're talking about. There was a small coffee shop in Seattle that they sold coffee, obviously, and they sold coffee equipment. And what they would do is they would show videos like how to brew the perfect cold brew, how to brew the perfect pour over. And so they would tell you like, this is a pour over, this is how hot you want the water, this is how you want to seep it.
Awesome.
And I got in 2 minutes, I got this great education on how to make coffee. Now they're giving me a service. I'm going to be loyal to them. Like if they took the time to help me make a great cup of coffee from their products at home so I can enjoy it the same way I do in their store, I'm all in.
Yeah.
Like I have a best friend in the coffee business now, and it's this local brew house in Seattle.
Because then you feel like they care about not just your money, let's be real,
right.
but they care about you and your education and your knowledge on this particular subject matter.
Yeah, I felt like they're so passionate about coffee and their customers having a good cup of coffee that they're going to spend their time and resources with their employees to tell me how I can do this at home. Like, think about that for a minute. I'm going to tell you how to make a great cup of coffee at home when I have a brick and mortar store where I want you to come and drink coffee.
Exactly.
That is amazing. And I can't tell you, I will go into that store. I don't even live in the state of Washington. And I will go to that store and have a cup of coffee when I visit Seattle every single time because of that. That's the vibe they put out. They understand their customers. That, don't be afraid to do that and help your customer enjoy something outside of your business. Because you're building a bigger thing at that point.
Loyalty.
It's like loyalty. It's that affinity for that brand where I'm going to choose that over all else. And that's what you're going for.
Exactly. And to give you a little tip and trick, right? We're actually boosting this video right now for $15. Like, you don't have to put in $15. You can put in $1 a day for 7 days.
Yep.
But that way, you'll make sure that you reach your audience. You can make custom audiences on Facebook, or you can do that on Instagram as well.
Yep.
I believe on Twitter maybe, and then you can boost it. You can get the most reach. You can get more people engaged in your video, which will make them engaged in you and in your product and your service.
Absolutely.
So anyway, we have more tips and tricks on our blog if you want to check them out. And you can always rewatch this video to hear about how Isaac got 70 or 80 million views on his video by just being authentic.
Just be real. Trust me, you have everything you need as a small business right now. You're watching this video on everything you need to look your best on social media. Don't let the equipment, the cost, or any of that hold you back. You can literally boost videos for $1 a day, but more important, you're going to record them, and you got to get good at it. Trust me when I tell you, you're going to hate the videos that you make right away. That's just the way it's going to be, and that's okay. You're going to get better. Each video is going to get better. Just get in the habit of making videos. Make a 1-minute why video. Tell me as a customer why you started your business in 1 minute. It's going to be super hard. You're going to tell me, Isaac, you can't do it. And I'm going to keep coming back saying, yes, you can, yes, you can, yes, you can. Look, major beer companies have made you cry in 30 seconds during the Super Bowl. You can do it. You have everything you need. Exactly. Just get out there and get comfortable with it, and you will see the results, I promise.
Yes. So get your phone next time you have a customer in, or next time you have a local event, get your phone out and just go live, or just hit record, and you'll hit a lot of your audience and your viewers, and you'll make them hopefully loyal customers. So if you have any more questions, please make sure to ask them down here, and I'll be sure to come back and answer your questions. Anything else? Details on the blog, so check that out. And thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm here with Isaac Irvine in Gilbert, Arizona, in Sweet Brew.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you so
excited
much.
to meet you.
Me too. So cheers.
Take care,
with our
buddy.
coffee. Take care.
Boom.